Hi everyone, I'm Donna Daniels. How are you doing? Today, I want to talk to you about the benefits of dual key properties and what dual key properties might mean to you. Hi Donna, how are you? I'm great.
Well, you're going to talk about dual key, right?
What are you doing here?
Well, I've got a key, and I thought, wouldn't it be better if there were two of you? Get it? Dual key, now dual me.
This is crazy. But we are crazy rich homes, right? So,
well, okay, if you put it like that.
Can you stop disturbing me now, because I want to talk to our viewers. Thank you. Well, that was weird. As I was saying, a lot of people are still confused about the meaning of dual key units and what they're all about. So let me try to clear that up for you. Dual key apartments first came into Singapore in around 2009, but they have been growing steadily in popularity since then. So what does dual key mean? Well, basically, it is that owners have the benefit of having two self-contained living spaces that share a single entrance or foyer, and of course they share the same address. So I'm sure you can already see the popularity of this type of apartment or condo, because they can be purchased as a single unit, but can also be a multi-generational home, or they can give privacy to two different parties, or on the other hand, you can even rent it out for extra income to offset any mortgage costs.
Hello, girls. If you're single, who knows?
Really?
You may end up renting to your future husband. You get the opportunity to check him out up close and personal. I'd do that.
Well, please do your thinking elsewhere. Thank you.
It was just a thought.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's why dual key units target certain groups of property buyers or savvy investors who might wish to get started in the rental market, but they don't have the extra cash to buy a second property. Now, if you check out Crazy Rich Homes, where I take you on a tour of Parksuites, it's a luxury apartment by Far East organization that actually has a dual key unit, so you can really get a better idea of what I'm talking about. There's a link up here, so click on it to see the full property tour of the Parksuites dual key unit. So as dual key condo units are actually two separate units, either side by side or one downstairs floor and an upstairs floor, in the eyes of the law, they are actually still considered legally just one single property, which is great. Yay! Why? Because what that means is you don't have to pay any additional buyer's stamp duty for the extra unit. Now that's basically a 2-for-1 deal.
Like us, a 2-for-1 deal.
Exactly. I don't know if you know this, but the Singapore government have tried to put the brakes on the real estate market so that it doesn't turn into a bubble and burst and cause lots of problems for everyone. So they've actually implemented a large increase in the ABSD, or additional buyer's stamp duty. And this happened in July 2018. Now, it may change again in the future, but for the moment, this is how it stands, okay? So dual key units now make good sense, especially to first-time buyers who may need extra help with their mortgage, or those buyers who have an eye for property investment, as these types of luxury homes are still considered single buys. So you don't need to pay ABSD on two properties in Singapore. The ABSD can be as high as 15%. And I mean, that's for Singapore citizens and permanent residents. For foreigners, it can even go as high as 20%. Of course, there are a few exceptions to the rules, which we'll tell you about in another video. But let's say, for example, today, let's go for a real example. Say you've got a budget of $2 million and you're thinking of two options. Option one, purchasing 2 condo units, a luxury 2-bedroom condo for yourself at say 1.2 million, and another condo to rent out at say 800,000. So with option 2, you are now going to consider one dual key unit. So assuming you don't own any other property, you will have to pay 12% additional buyer stamp duty on the second property in option 1. So this works out to you having to fork out a whopping extra $96,000 just to own those 2 properties in option 1 for your ABSD. Now for option 2, the dual key apartment, there's no additional buyer stamp duty to pay. So basically, you're already going to be up $96,000. Now, another pro for dual key units are you can easily manage your rental property yourself because you may choose to stay in one of the floors of your dual key property or one of the units of your dual key property. And you'll also get to have the privacy of your own individual home, and you may not even have to come into contact with your tenant if you don't want to. Or if you want to, you can even keep your eye on the renter if you prefer. So that is why it's way better than subletting a room in your apartment, not just for yourself, but for the renter as well, because you're not going to be bumping into each other or getting inside each other's space. So in summary, with dual key properties, a prospective landlord is more likely to get higher rental yields with a lower cash outlay. And also remember, in future, if you don't want to rent anymore or need the extra income anymore, you got a bigger apartment all to yourself. Or if you really want to live with your parents in a multi-generational home, then a dual key apartment or condo might also be an ideal choice.
Or I might need my separate space too.
How could you need separate space when we are the same person?
I'm feeling confused.
So go and check out my tour of Far East Organisation's luxury development, Parksuites at Henry Park, because you'll get to see a terrific dual key apartment tour, which will give you greater insight into the options open for you with this type of development. And of course, investment. So here's the link again, guys, and let me know in the comments what you find most attractive about dual key properties. By the way, cute and funny comments always get my attention. Remember, for the latest property updates, news and developments, head on over to crazyrichhomes.com and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crazy Rich Homes. Every property tour that we do has a special bonus exclusively for potential owners at the end, which I think you guys will love. So thank you so much for watching. See you soon.
See you soon.